Meeting this week, City Manager John Hodgson announced a $200,000 state grant for the city to conduct a coastal management study. Hodgson said the goal is to find ways to regularly move more sand onto the shorelines.
Something they've done in coastal areas on the oceans for many years is basically dredging sand from offshore and putting it back onshore. That's something that's not illegal in Michigan, but there's no approved process to do so, and it's never been done. So we tried to find a way to do that.
Sand can be moved from the bottom of Lake Michigan to area beaches, but the practice is irregular, expensive, and Hodgson says it's not been enough so far. He said state policy encourages the installation of hardened structures to protect shorelines, but there are no government-funded sand-based renourishment solutions that happen on a regular basis. The study in St. Joseph will look at the area south of the pier down to the water plant. It will also look further north to determine what kind of sand might be available for renourishment. Edgewater Resources is going to help the city develop a shoreline softening plan. There still has been no movement on dredging in the St. Joseph River for the summer boating season this year. WSJM's Andrew Green has this report.
Earlier this spring, Berrien County Community Development Director Dan Fetty told county commissioners there are areas of the river, especially near the Tackle Haven docks and around the island, with shallow water due to shoaling. Marina owners were concerned the water would be too shallow for boats to pass this summer if dredging's not done. The county sought a permit from the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy to conduct dredging, and Berrien County Administrator Brian Doucette told us on Thursday the permit is still not approved. He said he believes that Eagle is being as thorough with its review as possible to ensure all sides are satisfied. Fetty told us Eagle is complying with all requirements, but he's confident a permit will come through. In the meantime, Fetty said he's heard the water level in the river has risen in recent months, meaning the need for dredging remains, but it's not quite critical just yet. While the county is securing the dredging permit, local boat and marina owners are being tasked with raising money to pay for the operation. Andrew Green, WSJM News.
The Out Center is hitting the road for a series of LGBTQ Pride events in June. Director Mary Jo Schnell tells us Pride Fest will take place over 3 weekends this year in Dowagiac, Benton Harbor, and Niles. Schnell talked about the decision to host 3 festivals.
Number one, because of the success that we've had in Benton Harbor with Pride Fest the last couple of years, and because more areas, more towns started reaching out to us.
The Out Center will be traveling to the Dowagiac Library Pavilion for Cass County Pride Fest on Saturday, June 8th. It will be at the Riverfront Park in Niles for Michiana Pride Fest on Saturday, June 15th. Then it returns to Benton Harbor, the Dwight P. Mitchell City Center Park in Benton Harbor for Twin Cities Pride Fest. That happens on Saturday, June 22nd. That'll be from 4 to 8 p.m. Schnell says they're thrilled to welcome community members and allies alike. The public is welcome to attend 1, 2, or all 3 Pride events.
Nice.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Are they going to get cool tour T-shirts?
That would be something.
They should.
Why not?
There's 3 stops?
3 stops.
That'd be great.
Dowagiac, Niles, Benton Harbor.
I'd buy that T-shirt.
There you go. It's a fundraiser right there.
We'll
have more coming up. Sports and get you up to date on what's happening in national news. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
It's been quite the morning. We started off with a bang. You awake over there? What are you doing?
I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, okay. In the comments today, good morning, Johnny and Ken from Diane. Good morning, Diane. Bill, welcome to Friday. Whew, just in time.
Right.
Hello, Bill.
Diane says, will lives be at same time on both stations? Oh, as far as, so you'll do this live stream still, what, at 7?
Yes. Yes, I will still do the live stream at 7 o'clock. What about you?
My mom asked me, are you going to do a video? You still going to do a video? Still working that out. Still trying to figure out because, with talk station like we're on, we get a lot of time to talk. On the country station, we talk for a little bit, play some music. So we have more downtime. So we're still trying to figure some of that stuff out, work the kinks out. And so
to be determined,
probably like a half-hour video.
Okay.
20-minute video. Or what we've also been playing around with is kind of piecing out some of our segments that we do and putting up those as more shorter videos. So less long, more short. So more short videos.
Video
per
shorts.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So playing around with that stuff. So
Okay.
yes, but yes, you'll be able to find my beautiful face as well as Jocelyn's beautiful face in many a video at 97.5 Y Country. So
Nice.
be sure to follow those on social media if you have not yet. Facebook, Instagram. We are on the Insta, and I think we have an X. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you check your X?
I check it when I need to. Hey, what's this 00145 coming up?
Let me take a look.
Please.
That is something you recorded.
Oh, okay. So that's in there.
That's in there. Yeah, that is there.
Okay.
It's just purple because it's a different thing.
Oh.
Behind
He's
the scenes
learning.
look.
Yeah, he's learning me up the what we affectionately call the DAD, which is the computer thing that controls all the commercials, all the program things that you hear.
Yeah, I think it's I think the DAD stands for digital automated or
annoying digital thing. Darn annoying digital thing.
Something delivery. I think it's either digital automated delivery or something along those lines.
Oh.
But it's from the great folks of Enco, a Michigan-based company.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Michigan-based company over in
no, this is they Enco made this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're out of Southfield?
Okay, that sounds right.
Or no, Novi.
Is it Novi?
Novi. I think that's where their headquarters are, but Southfield not too far.
Oh. All right. Well, we're going to get back to the program here in just a couple of minutes. Where are we at? This thing is the only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't tell you exactly. It hides the thing that's currently playing.
Oh yeah, because it plays up at the top here,
right?
And then your next element or next thing that's going to play is right underneath. So yeah, it does.
Here,
throw
stop
you
with
off.
the mouse. Stop with the mouse. There you go. All right. So, but that is that right there.
That is what's playing.
Okay,
yep.
And then this thing is going to play next.
Yep.
Whoo. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay. And
I've
then
been
if I
used
hit,
to it because it's been the same thing I've been looking at for almost 20 years.
It's like getting used to a rock in your shoe.
Yeah, a little bit. In any program and thing that you use, even when a program that you like moves things, like say, okay, I'm really good at Excel or I'm really good at or any of these other programs. And then they do a new update, a new version. And then they're like, oh, yeah, that thing that you use all the time, that's over here now. It's like, but so, yeah, you get muscle memory.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Andrew Green, he's been thrown off because we fried that computer.
Yes,
and
we didn't do it. The power people did it.
He had to move to another room and he's all in all sorts.
It's all different. It's all different.
It's like there's still a computer. There's still a microphone. Yeah, you have to reset
you can
yourself.
Do everything. Yeah.
It's going to be weird for me because I'm going to be down the hall. And so
I
haven't been in that studio for a long time.
We did have another case of bird flu. Maybe we should talk about that in just a moment. In a person in Michigan. It's the third in the United States, second in the. So we'll get back to the program here in just a sec.
On high temperatures today, 75. Along the lakeshore, we'll top out around 72 degrees today. Lots of clouds tonight, mostly cloudy. We drop to 56, and we're tracking rain for Saturday. A few scattered showers in the morning, but steadier rain in the afternoon. High temperatures in the upper 60s near 70. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show with Johnny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
And it's Friday. Woo! You ready for it?
I am.
You ready for the weekend?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am ready. Well, actually, my weekend does not really begin until later on tonight because tonight is the night that I get to give away the Back to the Backyard big prize.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Tell us more.
I will be at Great Lakes Pondscapes later on this afternoon.
Okay.
4 to 6, I'll be broadcasting live. Now, those of you that have qualified can join me. Those of you that haven't qualified, well, you can't qualify. There is no last minute thing. So if you want to be the audience for the qualifiers that we have and cheer them on and also explore all the cool things that they have at Great Lakes Pondscapes, you can join me in Pawpaw.
Nice.
And I always love hanging out there. I always like hanging out there when it's a nice day outside.
Yeah.
Because then I just go outside because they have a ton of beautiful fountains and water features all on display. I think there's like 20 or so out there. So I just kind of sit back and enjoy the babbling brook.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's
fountain.
it's kind of like normally you would have to pay for, if you don't have your own installation yet, you have to pay for the sound or watch a YouTube video of a babbling brook, but you can just sit there and just enjoy it all right there.
It's very peaceful.
Do you put your feet in the water?
I do not.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure the filtration system
I'm
will
sure
work
they're
properly.
great. Well,
Yeah.
after your feet would be in there, probably not.
Instant green. I think the koi fish, because they've got the koi fish in there.
Oh,
I
don't
think the
step on
koi,
the koi
will,
fish,
will
Michael.
grab my toes.
Yeah.
I don't want that. But no, it's always a lot of fun. The great people there at Great Lakes Pondscapes. It's always a good time just hanging out and kind of getting ideas. Because like I've always wanted a water feature in my backyard, and I always think, oh, it's got to be super expensive. And they said, no, it's pretty affordable and pretty easy to maintain.
What time are you going to be there?
I will be there 4 to 6.
Okay. And be giving away the thing probably.
Giving away the thing at 5:30 is when our qualifiers, 5 of them.
Okay.
Only 5 of them. So you have a 1 in 5 chance.
That's amazing.
To win a Weber grill.
Okay.
Patio set, outdoor fountain, or like a little small fountain, and then also a fire pit. And I feel like I'm maybe missing another prize. You can go to WSJM.com and see all those prizes and see all of our great sponsors. But
and this is wrapping up the Back to the Backyard, but I'm certain we will have more stuff to give away as the summer progresses.
Yes, we do have something big, something I will call it ultimate.
Ooh,
that will be coming up. If you remember the ultimate summer giveaway that we did last year, that will be coming back. What those prizes are, I don't know.
Okay.
Someone else does.
They'll tell us, they'll surprise us, and then we'll surprise people.
But that will be coming back. I don't think that's a major secret. I think we know it's coming back. People expect it.
Yeah.
We're set.
We're anxious to do it.
Yeah, we're not sure what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know all the prizes and stuff like that. But
So that's a surprise. Another surprise that happened in Michigan that we did not want to see was a second human case of highly pathogenic avian flu.
And this is happening how far away from us?
They won't tell us where this is happening. It's another dairy farm. It's a farm worker on a dairy farm. This is the second in Michigan. This is the third in the United States. This is the third human case associated with the ongoing multi-state outbreak of avian influenza in U.S. dairy cows. None of the 3 cases are associated with the others. So it's not what they're trying to get across is this is not a person-to-person transmission situation. There's low risk to the general public.
Sure.
And those who are at high risk are farm workers who are working directly with U.S. dairy cattle that have been affected by the bird flu. So they're trying to get out as much information as they can on this. But so what they're seeing is a probable cow to person spread. But again, they're not seeing any signs of person to person spread. However, what we did learn is the prior cases were conjunctivitis. Basically, the symptoms that showed up were pink eye. And they, at the time, were testing the nasal passages for the influenza. And they had found that had not transmitted down into that area. It was just an eye thing at that time. However, this latest case of a farm worker did have respiratory symptoms. They say that he had a cough, congestion, sore throat, and watery eyes. So all the typical symptoms you would anticipate, but they still say low risk if unless you're on a dairy farm where there are infected cows.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's that. And then one other bird story. I don't know if you saw the video on this. Remember when Randy Johnson accidentally hit a bird when he was pitching?
Oh, yeah. He actually has taken that into his next venture after
his
he
career.
retired.
Yeah, his photography.
Yeah. It's called I can't remember what it's called, but the symbol for logo is a dead bird. It's a bird on its back. I think X is in its eyes.
Yeah, Randy Johnson, the big unit, when he was pitching one time, I think it was back in the 90s, he hit a bird mid-flight. No, it was in 2001. 2001, he was pitching against the Giants. Hit a bird mid-flight and big puff of feathers and everything like that. LPGA, on the LPGA tour, somebody hit a bird, not a birdie.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was an approach to the green. This one, this was Isa. I think this is how you pronounce the name. Or no, it's Izzy. Izzy Gabasa
Okay.
at the LPGA Tours Open yesterday hit a beauty of a shot on the number 12 hole, and the shot was sailing perfectly to the green, and as
Mhm.
it arced down and hit the green, it hit a bird that was
kind of
sitting
hanging out there.
that was right on the green. Hit the bird. Bird immediately went onto
Oh
its side. There was an official. This was the amazing part. There was an official, a volunteer probably,
Sure.
who walked up, no gloves, walked
Oh.
up and picked up the bird and cradled it
Oh.
off camera. So you never saw the bird. We don't know the status of the bird. Don't know if that's I don't know if you
How
get
do
a
you score
penalty or
that?
I don't know if you get a penalty. I mean, because you hit a birdie.
Yeah. I mean, do you is it a gimme?
The ball landed directly on the bird, leaving it motionless on the ground.
Gotta be a mulligan or something.
We don't
like
know
that.
how the bird is.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Hopefully it's okay. Because sometimes you see birds, they hit windows
Mm-hmm.
and they may be dazed and stunned,
Yeah.
but they get up and they go away.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah, that's gotta depending on where it hit it, like back or if it hit it in the head.
Knocked it out. I mean, it was
Jeez.
stunned for a moment.
Man.
But anyway, so that's your part of your sports news for the day.
I like it. Speaking of, I've got one more animal
Sure.
story.
Let's hear it.
Do you have pet insurance?
I do not have pet insurance. No.
I've considered
Because
it.
Russell is like the most friendly dog you could know.
Right. I've considered it, but I don't know if like it pays for medical bills and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But Nationwide Insurance dropping coverage for about 100,000 pets.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're the largest pet insurer, and they're blaming inflation and the rising costs of veterinarian care.
Oh.
So policyholders whose pets are getting the boot are being sent letters, probably in not only your native language but also in pet form. There's probably like bark, bark, bark,
Bark, bark,
bark,
bark.
bark, bark. But so the same Nationwide that does cars and homes and all that stuff. You can bundle your insurance by having pet insurance.
Yeah.
So if you don't hear about this now, you're not out of the woods yet. Letters will be sent all the way into the summer of 2025. So if you currently have pet insurance with Nationwide, there's a possible chance you might just get dropped.
And they just say it's because of the rising cost of pet care.
Isn't that the point of insurance?
Well, yeah.
To cover health care, whether it be for you or for your pet?
I mean, there's got to be somebody who can work the numbers on that to make it work for them and us.
Because, I mean,
That's
Plinko,
unfortunate.
being in his old age, he's had to go to the vet more than I'd like, and that stuff can get expensive.
Yeah.
When you're dropping, and then when your dog, whether it has health issues or they're old, they'll say like, "Ooh, we need to have prescription, not only prescription drugs, but also even prescription food, or other things that you gotta pay a lot of money." So having pet insurance actually works out for some people. I know people that have pet insurance.
It makes sense. I mean, because you never can tell. I mean, it's just like any other insurance.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. And like the last, he walked in the front door. Oh, he's in big trouble.
Oh man!
I hope he didn't park on the tarmac there.
Oh man! Did he jump the fence there?
I don't know. I don't. Sorry, we're with sidebar. We had our parking lot repaved, and we were told by email, don't walk on the parking
seal,
lot
because it's
and don't
sealed.
come in the front door.
It's got to cure.
It's
as
still
they say.
curing, yeah, and you might get tar on your feet. But and then somebody just walked in the front door with it.
Well, maybe we'll get those bird feathers and tar and feather him.
Russell had teeth issues, and it wasn't just one tooth issue. It was like 2 or 3 of them had an issue, and because he hit it so well, we didn't know, and it got to the point where we had to do some extraction.
Right.
That's expensive.
Oh yeah.
They wouldn't let me do it with my pliers.
I heard somebody their dog. They're like, oh yeah, my dog's laid up because they tore their ACL.
A dog?
Which
Tore its
obviously
ACL.
dogs have a lot of the same similar ligaments that we do, so they've got all that stuff. But he said it tore ACL. Like, how do you even do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I know how like humans do it, but like, what was your dog doing? That was he like running the football? Was he running around the yard too much?
Yeah.
Doing
That's
too many
funny.
zoomies? Oh man, doing too many zoomies. Pulled a hammy. pulled a hammy. I'm not going to be able to be out for
He's
6
on
to 8
injured
weeks.
reserve.
Yeah.
He'll be training. He'll be in the tub tonight.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
no, that's fun.
your pet insurance might be dropped, but I don't know what your alternative is, because like you're getting
save
the
your
pet
money.
insurance to try and pay for that stuff and help you save
Oh.
money, but now you're not going to get it.
No, I don't know.
Anyways.
Well, that might prevent you from calling your vet, but there's one person who will not be calling Congress anymore. Have you heard about this gentleman? There's a 35-year-old person in Queens. A man has pleaded guilty to threatening to kill a congressional staff member and making more than 12,000 harassing phone calls to members of Congress.
Oh my!
In a 2-year period. So over 2 years, he made 12,000 harassing phone calls.
Now you've worked for congressmen in the
Yes,
past.
I have.
Did you ever have to take those kind
Absolutely.
of phone calls?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I mean, you're a public servant.
Yeah.
And there's a phone and there's a phone number and there are people and they have opinions.
Yeah. You got to speak to your constituents.
You have to speak to your constituent. You don't always, when you pick up the phone, it's not always a constituent on the other end.
Sure.
It's somebody from, say, New York who's calling somebody in Washington or Nebraska or California because they think the more people of members of Congress I talk to, the more my message is going to be heard. This person made 12,000 calls, phone calls, 12,000 calls in 2 years. No, when we received the calls in the congressional office, unless they used expletives, just let them talk it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they want. That's
Let's
why
hear-
they're calling. They want you to hear what
Yeah.
they have to say, and even if you don't respond,
Yeah, absolutely.
because most of the time your response is going to be, "Thank you. We will look into that and get back to you."
Yeah.
Basically, that sort of response.
And depending on the office, they all have different systems for tracking those calls. And what I mean by tracking is logging down. Hey, do you want to leave your name with this? Yes or no?
Sure.
Okay, you don't. That's fine. What comment do you want to give to the member of Congress? Okay, we'll type in the comment, and then at the end of the day or at the end of the week or whatever cycle, depending on the issue, you show that to the lawmaker, and they say, "Oh, that's interesting." And maybe like, "Oh, this person."
Right.
But
maybe have like a call log and like, "Oh, well, you received 13,000 phone calls."
So
Okay.
so this person, Adi Salim Lilly, pleaded guilty to threatening to kidnap or injure someone on interstate commerce, as well as making repeated harassing phone calls. The 12,000 plus calls, more than 6,500 of those targeted congressional offices in Washington, D.C., were made to 54 members of Congress. It happened from February 2022 to November of 2023. U.S. Capitol Police spokesperson says that the calls targeted both political parties. He's been in custody since his arrest, pleaded guilty in U.S. District Court. Plea documents say the calls were answered by staff members and interns. So, 18-year-olds.
Sure.
Yeah, that kind of thing. For members of Congress, and that he would become angry and use vulgar and harassing language with those who answered the phone. So don't do that. If you want to get your message across, just, find your reasoning, call the office, let them know how you feel. No need to talk about anything that's threatening.
It's okay and still good to call your congressman and talk about issues.
Absolutely.
But to threaten, not
and vulgar language, that's almost like an automatic eject.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's no reason for that.
Drop that person. So anyways.
All right. Well, we've got more coming up. We'll have a look at local news, sports, weather. It's the WSJM Morning Show on WSJM.
Loan rates are trending downward. Are you ready to make your move? Sturgis Bank's expert hometown lenders will guide you through.
And do that. Okay. I think I've got all the buttons here that we need.
I just saw a headline. L'Oreal says it's now making skin.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Making skin out of what?
News
and
creation.
why?
It's not makeup. 3D printed skin has the ability to feel. They're looking into to get into the medical business. They've been using it to test makeup on. Because, like when you're a tattoo artist or even a makeup artist, and cosmetology too, you've got the mannequins or the things like that.
Sure.
And the
your practice.
And tattoos, especially, you have that fake skin that has existed, and
Yeah.
learn how to do a tattoo. But yeah, so apparently they're working on it.
Teresa says that's weird.
That is weird.
That is weird.
It says that it can mimic conditions like eczema and acne.
Okay.
It can also tan and heal itself from a cut. Okay, that's weird.
All right. So wait a second. They're making skin, and they're testing it for makeup purposes.
Yeah.
And they've developed it that not only does it feel like skin and look like skin and act like skin, it can get acne like skin,
Yeah.
or eczema,
So
and it can heal.
It's more than just the layer. It's got pores. It's got all those things.
Again, this is how the Terminator thing started.
Exactly.
Why are we doing
yeah,
this?
this is the what Arnold was. He was a T1000. So he was a T500, I think.
Was he?
I think that's what he was. I'll have to look.
Somebody can tell us. Bill says that next Saturday, come out to Goebels for the RC races. Oh, I'm going to check that out. I'll have to look. I'll look and see if it works with the schedule. That's cool. I recently, Bill, got the RC cars out and operating and running. And
Really?
Samuel and I were running them up and down the street early Sunday morning because there are no cars there.
Sure.
I did have to get my soldering iron out, though, because to hide from a car, I ran it under my other son's car. And a loose wire became totally disconnected. So it was fun. It was a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Got to do more stuff on that.
Nice. Diane does say that is that might be something good for burn victims. Yeah. Yeah, I like the
RC cars.
The skin thing that we were talking about.
Okay.
No, I like that actual use, medical use for that, not just, we're going to test out makeup and see if it all works.
Absolutely. No, the good things. Yeah, absolutely. If there's a way that they can do synthetic skin grafts and that kind of thing, that would make a big difference. But if put it on a robot or a Terminator robot, that's not a good thing. Don't do that.
There's the T101 was what the Terminator was. But then you, of course, in T2 Judgment Day, you had the T1000.
What are they up to now? Probably, let's see, T, what comes after T? U. They're probably at the U level now.
I think they always stayed T. I think it was T whatever, T300, T1000, T3000, I think, because have you seen, how many of those Terminator movies have you seen? I've seen
at least a couple, maybe
I've
three.
seen at least 5 of them.
Really? Are there 5?
There's like more than that.
I know there's a series, right? Isn't there a series?
There was a series, that short-lived series.
Okay. That's fun.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 movies.
Oh, T6.
And then, there is there was the TV series for a little bit. I did watch that. There's Terminator Judgment Day, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis, and Terminator Dark Fate. That's where Sarah Connor comes back.
That's interesting. She was a good character. I really enjoyed her. That's I'm just okay. So is this going back to us or is this staying there?
What are we on, Bloomberg Market Minute?
Yeah, I think it's on
there.
Promo and then
Market
Bloomberg.
Minute.
Okay, so we'll wait for the Bloomberg,
got a minute
and then we'll
and a
come
half.
back out there. Okay. The time column, does that adjust based on where it thinks you're going to be?
No.
Okay.
No,
that's where it should be.
That is the estimated time. That's where it should be.
Okay.
Is roughly at that time. Yeah.
Oh, look how good on track I am. Wow.
Yeah.
Gold star for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even with a power outage this morning.
Which we learned was a planned power outage.
Yeah, so
that we ignored because it was buried in an email.
Well, that's the thing, is we got the email last week that said, hey, there's going to be a planned power outage.
Yeah, it was singular. It wasn't plural.
Yeah, there's going to be Friday, May 31st. And then on Tuesday, when we got in, right at 6 o'clock, it blipped out.
Yeah.
And so we thought, oh, this must have been the outage. They must have decided to do it a few days early.
Yeah.
No, Then this morning, right at 6 o'clock, right when we were starting the show, power went out. All the stations went off the air.
Yeah,
So.
something like that. All right, we're going to come back to the show here in just a minute.
Back from its epic fall almost 5 years ago after a botched initial public offering. All eyes on the Fed's preferred inflation gauge due out this morning ahead of the opening bell. It was another lower close for stocks yesterday. The Dow tumbled 330 points. The S&P fell 31. The Nasdaq was down 184. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Johnny and Ken on News Talk Sports
No, I think you played with
94.9 WSJM.
We're having mouse wars
what kind
over
of
here.
conversation are we having? Oh my!
No, we both
It's
have
a
access.
family show.
We
Ken.
both have access to the mouse on one program, and if one touches it, the other one loses it. So
Yeah, if even if I bump it, it
takes
decides
over.
to take it somewhere in a totally different.
What
direction.
happens if I hit? Are you looking at it right now?
Mhm,
What
mhm.
happens if I hit this thing right here?
Right now, that would do nothing.
No, but like anytime,
I don't know.
like during you don't know what will happen if I hit this switch.
We should try it. We should try it later.
We'll try it later.
We'll try it when like a promo's playing or something like that. We'll just. Yeah, I think that's just there so if we want to drag it in
Oh.
to the thing, we can.
If you're not already, you should probably be watching us on the live stream because it's the last time, at least foreseeable future, that you're going to see Johnny and I together on the WSJM morning show because Johnny is going down the hall to Y Country. He's going to be doing a morning show there starting next Monday, Johnny and Jocelyn. I will be here, and it'll be basically Ken and friends, as I'm going to have a slew of different folks coming in, guests, co-hosts, local newsmakers, just a whole slew of different folks come in and join us for the WSJM morning show, because the one thing that we're committed to is making sure that we're talking about local issues, community issues, continuing to bring you the information that is totally relevant, informative, timely, engaging to you.
Well, we'll say this
Yes.
is make sure that you figure out not only co-hosts to come in, but who can come in and take your spot for the day or the week or the month or even a year. No, is that
a year?
Is that Friends? The Friends intro? No, so you can take vacation, because I will say, when I was doing the show by myself, the trying to find a fill-in that could handle all of the stuff that is involved in the show was very hard to find.
I think I'm in good shape though.
Okay.
Well, because like number one, you. Number two.
Wait, so you would call me to move from one show to another show?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I don't think it works that way.
You know the board. You know the show.
I do.
See?
I built
they will miss you.
I built a lot of the things that exist on the station.
And then if you're not available, then we'll just play polka.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, just 3 hours of polka in the morning. I think that's
Spirit
not
of
poker.
Spirit of
polka.
the Southwest, I think, is what WSJM used to be called in the 80s.
Absolutely. You're listening to the WSJM morning show. What are we looking at for weather? You want to do that?
It's going to be beautiful today. Another sunny 75. Cloudy tonight, low 56. The fun part is tomorrow.
Okay.
They say 60% chance for some rain. So if you got projects that are outside or things that you are planning to do outside, I'd suggest do those today.
Okay. Gardening and stuff like that. Maybe we'll take a couple hours off work, go garden.
Because there may be some storms Saturday with a high 70. So
okay.
Just be on the lookout for that.
Let's take a look at what's happening in the local news.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
And in the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Some of the local stories that we're following for you today. As we've heard on the national news, former President Donald Trump was found guilty yesterday of 34 counts of falsifying business records to cover up a hush money payment to an adult film actor, making Trump the first former president to become a convicted felon. Now, from Washington, D.C., we sought out local reaction from the former about the former president's conviction. Congressman Tim Walberg posted on social media, "This has always been about politics and weaponizing the judicial system to take out the front runner of the presidential election. He says that no matter your political beliefs, this entire process has been a travesty. Congressman Bill Huizenga had similar feelings, saying lawfare is undermining the system of justice. He says the circus has come full circle. This trial was a sham and embodies the dangerous lawfare being utilized to undermine our system of justice. The sentencing for Trump is set for July 11th. Another Michigan farm worker has been diagnosed with bird flu, the third human case associated with the outbreak in U.S. dairy cows. Health officials yesterday said the dairy worker reported a cough, congestion, sore throat, watery eyes. The other two patients had only eye symptoms. The health officials also say the risk of people getting this in the general public remains low. Farm workers exposed to infected animals are at higher risk. And we'll have more from the Mackinac Policy Conference at 8 o'clock this morning. One of the sessions they had this week was a discussion on ways to grow the state's population, especially among young people. So they are pointing to a new poll released by the Michigan Economic Development Corporation that points out some reasons why young people would decide to call Michigan home. So we'll talk about that coming up at 8 o'clock. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. We'll have some national news, sports, and more coming up next.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher, guilty on all 34 felony charges. That's the
Okay. Buttons. You know, I imagine if we program buttons to do that, I don't have to do that anymore.
I told you to talk to Terry about it.
Yeah, Terry's been busy.
Yeah.
But I will talk to Terry.
There is a button. I wonder if, because there's the down on your right-hand side, those little
there's
buttons.
morning show, there's tie line talk back, there's dad start.
Yeah, I think some of those you can have a little quick start thing.
I didn't know they had a delay on here either.
Oh, yeah, man.
We can do a delay?
I think yes, you can do a delay. There is not a delay right now.
Good. As well, there should not be.
But there are delays on some of the other stations.
Teresa says, we will miss you, Johnny.
I'm not going anywhere.
Diane,
I'm going somewhere in the morning, but
Diane says, good job, Ken.
Good job, Ken. Gold star.
Thank you, Diane. Appreciate that.
You get a lollipop. Teresa says, yeah, there was a power outage. John says you switched sides.
We did switch sides. This was Johnny's choice. We could have stayed the same, but I will be here Monday morning. And
Right.
Johnny wanted to make sure that I felt comfortable with everything that was going on here. And so what was the first thing that happened the moment I sat down and started pushing buttons?
The power went out.
The power went out.
Yeah.
Not only did the power go out, it blacked out the
It was
entire
wicked, man.
across 7 radio stations.
Never in my 18 years has this happened in this building. I mean, I guess I've never been out here for an AEP planned power outage. So I'm sure many people around this block had their power knocked out at 6 o'clock as well.
That's fun.
So,
yeah.
How much time we got?
A
few minutes, about 4 minutes, 5
Sure.
minutes.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
So yeah, the power outage did happen, and I had to. It was a fun start to the show.
It was a fun start.
Of course, right when we started, we were like, "Hey, good morning, everybody!" Pew!
Oh yeah, one of the things that got interrupted was my recap of the commencement yesterday.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you were. While I was running around, I heard you talking, and I was like, I don't even. Ken, I don't know if you realize. I don't even think you're even on the air. No, let's recap that on the air, but it went well from what I could hear. I was where I live in Niles, I am about a block and a half. So I'm probably about from the football field.
Okay.
I'm probably a few hundred yards.
Which
probably.
direction? Cardinal
direction?
Yeah. The football field runs north-south.
North-south. I am west of that.
Okay. Are you north at all or directly west?
I'm slightly northwest.
Okay.
Wait. I am. Wait, no. I am south. I am southwest of that. Sorry. Are you closer to the Dairy Queen? I'm picturing myself
or further
in my
from the Dairy
backyard.
Queen.
I am basically smack dab in the middle between the Dairy Queen. If you drew a straight line,
yes,
as the crow flies, straight line from the football field to the corner of where you've got Dairy Queen.
Okay.
That is where my house is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
All
you
right.
know where East Side Elementary is
Yeah.
because your
Well.
one of your other sons went there.
Yeah.
I am right down the road from there,
Okay.
like on that road, just a block over.
We were talking about cruising to see if we could find your house.
Mhm.
And I said, yeah, that'd be totally easy because he's probably got a WSJM billboard in the front yard
Yep.
with his face on it.
Yep, I do.
It's like, that's Johnny's house right there.
No, you would just see my car,
Okay.
and I was there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when you were at graduation, I was in the middle of making dinner.
It was so crowded.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my gosh. I mean, people were parked beyond probably your street on that main road where
You know
Dairy
what?
Queen is.
There was last year, I think they were parked out that far out there, but
Yeah.
not so much this year.
Yeah.
I did hear a lot of horn talking though.
And I was certainly fully paying attention to every name being read
Of course.
after my son's, because my son was number 3 in the class.
So in the order, did he get his diploma?
Third.
Third?
Yep.
Okay, so he didn't have to wait till the L's.
Nope.
Sweet. That's
Nope.
nice. So you could have left.
Well, I could have left. Number one, I could have left, but I stayed. I listened, maybe not as attentively as I could have, because what happened was, as you know, there's an airfield next to the high school.
Yeah.
So the airport is there, and there was at first there was a big plane, like a normal sized plane, there, somebody's private plane. They were having fun. But then there were 2 model planes.
Oh,
somebody was
nice.
radio control flying a plane. So there was a normal plane, and so I was watching that go around. And then they had like an F-16, some kind of jet like that, radio controlled plane.
Wow.
So cool. And
You'd
that
think
one,
that they would have told them, "Hey guys, the graduation's going on. Let's ground all flights."
No, and the first plane didn't come anywhere near the commencement ceremony. The second plane, it kind of did. It came over the top there, and I thought,
it's like when the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship was happening last week. The airport, of course, right down the road from Harbor Shores. There were a couple times where planes were flying down, and I was like, "Do you stop?" You probably stop. You probably don't hit your shot because you hear it coming.
Yeah.
So you probably stop. But there was even I remember seeing a video. I can't remember if it was Steve Stricker or one of the other players, but in mid stroke, he was like in his backswing, and a train horn went.
Oh,
and he was still able to hit it. Didn't break focus, but still, like, could you imagine?
Wow.
Train horn going off right when you're in the backstroke.
Oh, that would affect me. That would affect me.
Real quick, we got a moment?
Yeah, go for it.
Teresa says, how many kids do you have, Ken?
3. I have 3 boys, Stuart, Sawyer, Samuel.
Only one left. Now, Samuel will be in high school?
8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. So he won't be in the high school just yet. Okay.
Not yet.
That's exciting. But last kid in school, the other one's now going off to college.
Yeah, the other one. So, Stuart goes into, he's at Cornell in New York, and then Sawyer will be going into U of M.
And Ken will be working for the rest of his life.
Yes.
Luckily, scholarships, right?
They are applying for any and all and doing very well in that. So
that's great.
You can always do better, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But
because no matter how many scholarships you get, the price of all that stuff goes way up.
And recently has gone way up.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. If you're just tuning in, we are on the video live stream here. You can always check it out. It's on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And you can check out recorded sessions as well. We keep them up on Facebook and YouTube. So check them out if you ever have an opportunity to catch up on what you might have missed. We're in ABC Tech Trends coming up on the air next. And then we'll come back to it and talk a little bit more about commencement. But
I wish you could lock in those prices. Because, like
for college, some have tried that.
For like funerals, like if you right now said, you know what I'm going to do?
Why do you equate college with funerals?
Well, large expense.
All right, go ahead.
The expense could kill you. Like a funeral. So right now, I'm going to be 37. But if I said, you know what? I'm going to take care of my my plot. I'm going to take care of my coffin and all the service needs for my funeral.
Right.
I can pay it now. And in 30, 40, 50 years, when I pass away, I paid that one price.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because it could be quadruple that by the time I'm 99.
Funeral. So you're thinking funeral.
Lock it in, man. My mom the other day said that. She's like, "Can you prepay all that stuff?" I said, "Yeah, I hear him talk about it all the time." And it's probably not a bad idea because I've known from people that have passed away.
Yeah.
When they tell me, how ridiculous some of the prices are can be when you go to like, well, I just want to do this. I just want to do this. I just want to do this. And I mean, yeah, everything has a cost, but the price, just like everything, inflation, that affects everything, including funerals.
And don't forget fads, new fads.
Right.
I mean, like instead of being buried or cremated, you could be part of a compost deal. They have that.
Yeah. You know why I've been thinking about it? Because
Or
I've been watching
space.
that show 6 Feet Under.
That's a fun show.
Yeah,
We're going to get back to the show here in just a minute. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show, and you're getting exclusive content here on the video live stream. We'll be right back.
Let's get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Mostly sunny skies to start. We'll see increasing clouds as the day goes on. High temperatures today, 75. Along the lakeshore, we'll top out around 72 degrees today. Lots of clouds tonight, mostly cloudy. We drop to 56, and we're tracking rain for Saturday. A few scattered showers in the morning, but steadier rain in the afternoon. High temperatures in the upper 60s near 70. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
And we're just about 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. You're listening to the WSJM Morning Show. You're getting a special treat if you're tuned into the video live stream, which is available daily from 7 to 8 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and X, because it's the last time Johnny and I will be together on this morning show. I know you're crying. Wipe the tears away.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you can see that there. That or you're sweating because you're layered up today. What's with the undergarment there? Yeah.
This is my scent blocker.
Scent blocker.
Yeah.
What is
my
that?
mom got this for me.
Is
This
it like a
just-
mosquito
No,
thing?
it's just an undershirt because it's chilly outside.
Okay.
So I decided to put an undershirt on, and this is made by one of the hunting companies. I don't know.
Oh, scent. Oh,
like a scent blocker.
I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to put on deodorant.
And of course, I put cologne on. So I think I totally just ruined.
You're just
the whole scent
marinating
block
in
thing,
your
yeah.
cologne.
Next time I go hunting, the deer's gonna be like, "Is that Armani?"
I have a solution for you.
You do.
I've sent you pictures of the solution.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I've got
no,
3 bottles.
no,
Count them.
no.
I have 3 bottles. This is going to last me a lifetime. 3 bottles of skunk scent.
Yeah, why you have that? We've talked about. I have no idea.
Because
It's so weird. You like people have the scents and things that they enjoy. Like, I love the smell of fresh cut grass.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love the smell of an eraser on paper,
Or
like
a new
that
car.
smell, or
Yeah.
a new car.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you know what my favorite smell is? Skunk.
It's not my favorite smell. I do really like the smell of skunk, though, for some reason. And you know why it is because when I was young, my dad and I would go coyote hunting. And coyotes are very smart.
Right.
And they can pick up the scent of a human far, far away.
Mhm.
And at the time, the pelts of coyotes were worth $50 a piece. And so if you're going to go out hunting, take the time and the effort to do it and spend the money, you might as well be successful. And so one of the things my dad did was he always made both of us put on skunk scent. Just a little dab will do you.
Yeah. Now, real quick, is it the smell of freshly sprayed skunk, or
I'll bring
a
it in
skunk
if you
is-
want.
No, I'll pass. Or is it the after? Because that's a different smell. The just sprayed,
I don't know,
is really harsh, and then you got that lingering stink.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
All right. Well, speaking of kids,
yes,
your son graduated high school yesterday.
Yep, Sawyer Lundberg. He's now officially a high school graduate. I feel like we've been to 4 or 5 different commencement ceremonies for this one
Yeah, you had
child.
tons of different. There was like an
Last
awards
night was
banquet. There was an honors banquet, and then
Tell
I
ya.
think there was something else
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Was
scholarship
there
type stuff.
was there one for sports, or he didn't play a spring sport?
He did not play a spring sport this year.
So yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
have to go to
Didn't have
that.
to go to
but
that
usually
one.
you'll have those.
He did
those
the one up at
banquets, too.
Andrews because he was doing some advanced classes.
So like 3 or 4 awards.
Yeah,
things.
but it was fun. It was great. It was so he went to Niles. He was a Niles Viking and graduated last night. Great commencement. We counted for you. I think it was 200 plus kids. It was a lot of names.
That's awesome.
A lot of names. And as I mentioned on the video live stream, there was entertainment for me because
Mm-hmm.
somebody was flying radio controlled airplanes off in the distance. It was fun to watch.
The fun thing for me is being so close to the high school.
Yeah.
Is I don't ever have to go to sporting events.
Yeah.
Or anything like that because I can hear them all of it.
Mhm.
I know I'll be in my backyard and it's like, oh, band camp, band's practicing right now. Or, oh, there must be a baseball game today because I just hear the woo.
Yeah.
And
Both-
then football. I
Both
can hear all that.
both the band and the choir were out there
Nice.
for this, and the band had to sit there the entire time.
Ugh. In
But-
the uniform? Or
No, they
their
weren't
graduation
they
gear?
weren't wearing uniforms. And the band is made up of in multiple grades
Sure.
across grade levels. So there were some graduating seniors who got to move over from the main area to go join the band for a couple of pieces. But the choir, actually, they were in their formals.
Oh.
And they had risers set up and everything else. They did one song, and it was a great song at
Mhm.
the outset, and then they were done. So they all had to put on their evening gowns and their tuxedos and everything and do their one
Really?
choral piece, and that was it. I thought,
Was
well,
it-
why not a closing one too?
Was it national anthem?
No.
Oh, the band did that? Or did
Yes.
anybody?
The band did that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I graduated, I didn't start singing until I got into college.
Yeah.
So I had to show up to graduation
Ooh.
every year.
Yeah.
And we would do the national anthem, and then we would do like 1 or 2 pieces.
I offered to sing the national anthem.
You did?
No. But wouldn't that be great?
That would be great. I've like emceed so many events,
Yeah.
and they've said like I've been to especially like the Lori's Place Run Walk and Rock, and they'll say, "All right, so blah 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 is going to show up and do the national anthem."
Yeah.
And of course, that person shows up right at the last minute, almost every year. And I don't think I've ever told them is that, if you ever need a backup, I can sing the national anthem.
You think you can?
Oh yeah, I've done it before.
What do you do at the high note? Do you go high or do you go low? I mean, because you sing in the high register.
I sing in the very high register.
Okay.
So what I do is the key to sing the national anthem is you got to start low.
Really low.
Start lower.
As low as you can.
Start lower than you think because it does range like a couple octaves. So yeah. But anyways. See, I'm not a bass. I'm a high tenor, so
you see.
All right.
Hi, the dogs.
But overall, any other highlights from the graduation?
It was just a wonderful experience. I mean, really, I sat there the entire time just thinking about, boy, that young man just makes me so proud because of the things that he's done. He really buckles down. I think he's obviously naturally smart. He gets that from me. And no, he did it all himself. He really buckled down and just did a great job. Focused. He has his goals in mind. And looking forward to his continued success as he goes through.
I will say he definitely is a hard worker because most kids that are towards the top of their class, that's usually their main focus. And they sometimes, most times don't have time for like sports and other extracurriculars, but he's doing all kinds of stuff. He was volunteering.
Yeah. Volunteering. He's a published
sports.
author. Yeah. He's written a children's book. He does a lot of volunteering. He volunteered at the hospital down there in Niles.
Yeah.
Played soccer, did a few other things. Did his surf lesson that we talked about earlier this week. So he'll try to continue doing that.
No wonder he never gives you details on anything because he doesn't even have time to process all of it. And like, Dad, just look at my Google Calendar and you'll find out.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to come back and do the Moody on the Market update in just a few minutes. It's the WSJM morning show.
I don't know, but I haven't told. Big strong flowers are surely sold. Sound off our heads. Listen up, you scrawny little buds. I want petals. I can't do it. What are you?
Let's do, for our Moody on the Market update, the Steve Martin Edie Brickell. Sorry, I left you
Here we
in
go.
program there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No, not yet.
Oh, sorry.
No, I left you in program on your microphone.
Oh, nice.
Sorry about that.
So everybody heard me say, what are we doing?
Yep.
Which story we want to do next?
Yeah.
No, this will be exciting. Have to get those folks on Got Something to Say.
You know, I wish Steve Martin and Edie Brickell were here for this.
When I saw the, trust me, when I saw the press release for this before you guys put it up on Moody on the Market, it said like Steve Martin, and I was like, is Steve Martin going to show up? Because the Ghost Light has had some people help out, some celebrities that have stopped by. So I wouldn't have been surprised that Steve Martin wouldn't show up.
Maybe they're planning a trip here. Who knows? Maybe they'll show up as a surprise. But I thought the same thing as we dug into the release. It was like, okay.
Because Ernie Hudson, of course, he's I think one of the people part of it.
I think he's going to be back here soon.
Okay.
So we're going to try to arrange something on that.
But they've had Jason Robert Brown, who's an amazing composer for musicals. He's stopped by. So
yeah,
I was really hoping it was going to be Steve Martin.
Yep.
Dang.
All right, well, we're almost coming to the conclusion of the live video live stream. Anything exclusive content for viewers as you depart the morning show here on WSJM?
A few things.
Oh dear, a few things. We don't have time, Johnny.
I suggest you put 97.5 in your presets.
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be preset number 1 if you want to stay on WSJM.
Well, you
that's
have
fine.
to stay on WSJM.
But if you want to put that on there, and feel free to bounce over. And social media.
I'm excited to hear it. Yeah, Johnny and Jocelyn is going to be a fun show over there.
Yeah, somebody that I've known pretty much half my life, and she's going to do some radio with me.
Okay, well, stand by for just a moment. Come back on the regular airwaves.
For financial advisory.
It's the morning show with Johnny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Getting choked up yet?
No.
You keep rubbing your eyes. It's either allergies or emotion. I'm going to go with emotion.
Allergies for sure.
It's time for your Moody on the Market update, brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And talking about some of this one has me excited because I really appreciate the people who are involved in this. The Ghostlight Theater in the Benton Harbor Arts District is planning a busy summer of various productions. We have some details from the latest update from Ghostlight director Paul Mao. Bright Star. It's a musical by Steve Martin and Edie Brickell. It's going to kick off the Ghostlight season. Yeah,
that's Steve Martin.
That's Steve Martin. That opens, and that Edie Brickell, if you like her music. It opens Thursday, June 13th, and runs through Sunday, the 23rd, at the Ghostlight Theater. It's directed by artistic director, general manager Paul Mao, with choreography by Paige Mulick. Bright Star will mark the first musical production of the 2024 Ghostlight Theater season.
Now, if you're not a theater fan, you may not know much about this show, but it is a Tony-nominated score by that Steve Martin, who is one of the best banjo players in the world.
He's amazing. I have an album on vinyl of his.
The music is beautiful. Edie Brickell, them working together. I hope they do more in the future. But Bright Star tells a sweeping tale of love and redemption set against the rich backdrop of the American South in the 20s and 40s. It's a lot of fun. I've never seen the full show. I've seen performances on Tony Awards and things like that. I've listened to the album. So it is going to be good, and it's going to be great because I know there's a great talented bunch at the Ghostlight that's going to put this on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know the story. Is there a movie as well?
I don't know if they made a movie yet.
Okay.
It's still a fairly, I mean, what did they win the Tony Award? They won the Tony Award not too long ago.
Okay.
Like in the last 10 years.
Oh, all right. So Bright Star starts at the Ghostlight Theater in Benton Harbor, June 13th. It runs through the 23rd. That's just the first show. Then in July, they have She Kills Monsters. August 3rd, the Ghostlight 5th anniversary gala concert will happen. That'll be at the St. Joseph High School Auditorium. And then in August, they'll have Pippin.
Yeah.
Pippin.
That'd be a fun one.
Yeah. Have you seen this one, Pippin?
Pippin? No,
I've not seen that.
That's an older one that
Okay.
I do know. Stephen Schwartz, he wrote a ton of stuff.
Okay. So it's all there. You can see the article, how to get tickets, and more information about the Ghostlight Theater in Benton Harbor. That's all there at the Moody on the Market article. And remember, your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. Coming up next, we'll have some more local news, sports, and national news from ABC.
We're watching over you. IMS Insurance Management.
I'm not as fast at the buttons as you are, but I'll get there.
I am pretty quick with those
because I'm going to
buttons.
pre-program them.
Yeah, I would suggest pre-programming them because, even when I'm doing them fast, I'm still like, I think I got everything.
Well, all right. Sorry, we cut you off midstream. I think you were just saying a lot of nice things about me.
Yep.
And
I think
wiping tears away.
And this is the thing, folks. The reason we're doing this is not because we don't like each other.
No, we do.
We don't like each other.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. It's not that there's any issues. There's no issues. It's a good thing. It's when, you get a team together and the team is solid and you're like, wait, we need some help over here. Well, you guys will be fine over here. How about we split the difference and see if we can't bring up another thing.
Yeah.
So no, it's exciting. I always laugh though when because I'm just literally going down the hall to another station right down the dial, same company. It's just always funny when people are like Diane, wish you the best. I'm still going to be on WSJM. So that's the other thing. I'm still going to be doing Got Something to Say.
Yep.
So you'll still hear me. I'll still be doing some other things as well.
And I'm certain that you'll probably be present for a lot of the giveaways that we have.
Giveaways, some conversations as well. Yep. So still going to be doing that.
And when I go on vacation.
No.
I'll fill in on the country. I'll fill in on the country station.
No.
It'll be fine. You play music. I'll just play Johnny Cash. It'll be Johnny Cash Tuesday.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Great weekend. Good luck on the other station, and you're going to do a great job. Oh, thanks, Teresa.
Thanks, Teresa, and all the best for you and yours.
She also says she's crying. Don't cry.
Aw.
Now because Teresa always says that we make her morning. Now 2 stations will be able to make your morning. So it's
That's twice the fun.
Yeah, it's like 2 scoops of raisins.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun to do that show. Jocelyn is excited about it as well because she's been on shows with me over the years, but she's never had a consistent time of being on the station. So I think people will enjoy it. And I think she's going to have a good time too.
Well, you're going to do great. It's been great working with you for this year.
You as well.
Still got another hour, so tune over to the radio and we'll do that. But no, it's going to be fun, and I look forward to hearing what the country mute morning show looks like. I know it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be fun.
It's going to be good. Okay. All right, that is it for the live stream. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on Monday. I'll have Brett Witkowski in here to either I'll torture him or he'll torture me. It'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be good stuff. All right.
Blow kisses.